Welcome back, everybody. You're watching Sport Federation TV, where, of course, we keep talking about sport in the Western Cape. For those of you that have just joined us, you will, of course, know that one of our exciting conversations tonight is, of course, with Western Cape Kickboxing. I've got the president of Western Cape Kickboxing, Josh Cloete, back in studio with me. Josh, welcome back.
Jeppy, thanks, and it's always good to be back at the Confederation TV.
Yeah, so, well, get us started. Kickboxing, how busy is it at the moment?
Jeppy, kickboxing is quite busy from a continental perspective. We just recently had the African champs, and now from a global perspective, the world champs is happening now soon. From a provincial perspective, we're very busy. We're having a development kickboxing event tomorrow. It's happening in Berkeley. And then on the 8th of September, we're having also a development event at the UCT. We're trying to get universities back into kickboxing as well.
Wow, we've got to slow down now. We've got to start at the beginning. You've got a whole string of things that you. Let's start at the beginning. I think it was 2-3 weeks ago, you had another VK1 challenge where you see the amateurs coming through the ranks, and they now are moving into the pro space. You had 8 odd fighters on the bill. That looked like it was now your 5th event in a row, another successful event.
Yeah, look, the VK one, obviously that was fantastic and exciting. We had somebody like Imran Philander scoring a beautiful victory. Steenkamp, he's just improving as the VK one go on. That was around 4, around 5 coming up.
Yeah.
So that's very exciting, and the thing what we've done also with that is that we had amateurs also on the event where they can actually see where they can move to.
Yes.
By observing and also competing on the same ring as the professionals. So the feedback we got from that is just fantastic. And
isn't that a little bit nerve-wracking for these young guys coming through the ranks, and they see these big senior heavyweight kickboxers going toe to toe?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, for them, they kind of creating an idol now. You know, and see, oh, but this is where I can go to.
Yeah.
It is not just where it's not stopping at amateur anymore. I can actually move into the pros, and suddenly they meet people like your Gregory Ganses, your Yassines, your Saint Dumas. Suddenly, these guys are with them.
And let me just quickly recap for everybody who's maybe watching. Yes, you're talking about Gregory Gans, who's current world champion, who won the world championships recently in Cape Town. And then you're talking about Yassine Adams, who has been a big hit in the kickboxing circles within your space here in Cape Town.
Yes, I mean, Yassine had a beautiful fight against Bruce. Very exciting, and then I mean, we got to mention the name like Saint Dumas. He's absolutely going to be a very difficult opponent for the race, and Rodney Cornelissen, of course, as well.
So the last we spoke, you were talking about these athletes changing their fighting style a little bit. They were going to go toe to toe with each other. They're getting to know each other. They're in a league system that you've got there. Some of them have fought against each other before. But they now have an idea for how the competition is going against each other. Did you see the guys sort of changing their fight style? Because it sounds to me that they have grown in their experience and grown in their skill set from the time that you had your first challenge.
Yes, I mean, because the fighters, they can literally see who they're fighting next.
Yeah.
So they've got to change their game plans all the time. So they can't keep with one game plan. Every time it changes because the opponent changes every time. And the beauty of this league is that I can literally see this is my next opponent. And again, what I so much love about this VK1 league is that the kickboxers within the league, they are not angry with one another. They literally go and say, hey, what a good fight, but I'm going to get you next.
But that's your thing about in the world of martial arts. It's about that respect for each other, that humility, which I think contact sports quite often brings, ironically.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and this is the sporting code where I can smile with you, greet with you, be familiar with you, and yet next week we're going to fight each other. You know, and we fight until the bitter end, you know.
Tell me about the development tournament that you guys have got coming up. You've done this before, and this is also a fantastic way for you guys to come through the ranks.
Yes, you look, I think the Western Cape, specifically Cape Town, they have done a lot. Cape Town Kickboxing in terms of the development. And specifically tomorrow, which will be the 24th of September, we're having a development event at Bergfleet. And kickboxing have always been wanting to get into the universities.
Yes.
And we've managed now to break through with the University of Cape Town, establishing a club there, which is affiliated to Cape Town Kickboxing Association. And they have their very first kickboxing event on the 8th of September. Okay. Also that will be a ring sport development event. Right. So that's really exciting things that's happening in Cape Town and ultimately in the Western Cape.
One of the big accolades was this weekend at the Western Cape Provincial Sport Awards. Conroy Williams, coming from the Overberg region, recognized as Community Sport Builder of the Year, and using the sport of kickboxing to do that. I mean, you as the president of Western Cape, you must be happy to see that kickboxing is strong in the various districts. West Coast, like you've said before, getting stronger. Eden getting very strong. Recently, we saw so many names pop up in the Overberg region for nominations, right, like under the guidance of Ruan van Romberg there, who also got so many accolades there. I mean, you must be happy with this development, including your development tournament tomorrow.
Look, I must say yes, and you know, especially the fact that it comes from Overberg. Overberg is one of, well, it's the youngest kickboxing district within the Western Cape, and it took very long for us to kind of establish Overberg into a district. Remember now, Overberg had to break away from the old Boland, and to become kind of independent.
Yes.
So it was not easy, and for Overberg to get that kind of recognition from a provincial perspective, I mean, the Western Cape Kickboxing can only be proud of that.
So tell me about the tournament tomorrow. Is it open to the public? Well, today, Saturday. I mean, we're talking about Saturday, 24 September, folks. For those of you that are watching, because we, of course, the show, the show does flight and repeat and so on. But we're talking about Saturday, the 24th of September, in Bergfleet. Is it open to the public? Can they come and watch?
Look, all our tournaments are open for the public, and of course, it is open for the public. It's open for all registered kickboxing clubs, and those are the clubs. Those are the kind of tournaments that athletes, or specifically kickboxers, need to get onto the level of the VK1 and the South African Championships and provincial championships. That is where it all starts. So you know, tomorrow you will see somebody competing on that kind of level, and in 2-3 years' time, suddenly he's the person who you want his signature.
Yes,
and that is all where it starts.
There we go, folks. Josh Cloete, the president of Western Cape Kickboxing, development tournament in Bergfleet this 24th, Saturday the 24th, and then of course UCT on the 8th of October, and then of course the 1st of October, don't forget VK1 Challenge at Vibrant Sport in Ottery in Ensland Road. And if I have my times right, normally the fights get started about 5 p.m. in the afternoon. Folks, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll carry on talking sport in the province. Don't go away. Back in a sec.